TJ Garski.
Welcome to the show.
With the winter weather coming, so are the playoffs. A lot of teams entering the playoffs this week, along with other teams finishing out their regular season.
That's right, TJ. Men's soccer actually finished their regular season last Saturday playing against Mount Ida College. This was the senior game.
Although the Mustangs scored first off a corner kick, the Monks were able to retaliate by scoring 3 goals in the win over the Mustangs 3-1.
Zach Johnson able to get his second collegiate brace of the season, and Jack Lafreniere also getting his first goal of the season.
Kenny Gray, the SJC's goalkeeper, had 4 saves in the win. The Royal Blue improved the all-time record against Mount Ida College 3-2.
Now the Monks have clinched the second seed in the playoffs, and with the win, they improved their record to 11-5 in the season, and their conference 7-3.
In the 22 years of the men's soccer program at SJC, this team has the 3rd highest single-season wins in team history. This is also the 3rd time in the school's history that the single-season wins have been in double digits. 2 of them have been under Coach Babineau in his 3 years since being head coach of the Royal Blue.
And now over to Chris with some field hockey.
Thank you, Nick. The Monks field hockey team has recorded 2 wins and 1 loss since last Saturday. The loss was against current #1 seed Castleton State 4-3. The Monks showed their resilience, however, and bounced back with 2 big victories over Colby Sawyer 4-0 and Plymouth State 2-1. The victory over the Panthers on Wednesday should provide the Monks with some momentum heading into the NAC tournament. The Plymouth State Panthers were 14-1 overall and 9-1 in their conference before the Monks defeated them Wednesday. The Monks start their postseason this Saturday against the #7 seed Simmons College. The game will be held at St. Joseph's at 2 p.m. Please come out and support your Monks.
Both cross-country teams will run this Saturday at Franklin Park in Boston, Massachusetts for the GNAC Championships.
We're here with senior captain Rachel Seveny and freshman runner Amber Dodsty. These are 2 members of the cross-country team. Now talk about this season, how you guys have been doing so far.
So far we've been doing pretty well. Everyone seems to be running faster and faster as the season's gone on. Everyone's times have improved from preseason, the first races, and everything like that. So, yeah.
And tell us, as a senior captain, Rachel, a little bit about your experience with the team over the 4 years. And obviously you had the injury in 2009, you've come back and you've done pretty well. Just talk about what it's like to kind of mentor some of the younger people and also excel yourself individually.
It's been pretty fun. Freshman year was fun coming in. I didn't even know I was going to run. So I think I've come a long way. Obviously being out my sophomore year, I still stayed involved with the team. And I don't know, it's been great to grow with the team and everything like that. And this year we have a pretty young team, so it's been cool to kind of mentor them and bring them in and teach them all the ropes. So.
Now Amber, you're a freshman runner this year. Every event you've been in so far, you've been leading the Monks. Talk about your experiences so far this year.
It's just been fun. I don't know. I kind of just like the team aspect of it the most, and just run as hard as I can each time and hope to win.
And Amber, you were the main state champ last year in the 800 meter. So obviously track's your focus, but talk about how cross country helps you prepare, maybe mentally and physically, for the track season.
Just basically because it's a lot of mileage, so you kind of get a base down for the season, so you don't have to run as much mileage to train for the 800s. It's obviously a lot shorter.
Now Rachel, this is your senior year. Talk about some experiences you've had over the past few years and maybe one that kind of sticks out more than others.
With the team, some of the things that have stuck out more than others in the past years, we kind of struggled to keep the team bond between everybody. And this year, more so, we were able to reconnect with everyone and kind of be like a family, which has been pretty neat. So.
Now with that, say you're kind of connecting as a family this year, and you said you guys have been getting faster at each event. How are you guys preparing mentally for the next couple of championships coming up tomorrow? You guys got the GNAC championships.
It's been a long road, so it's hard to keep everyone's focus, but this is what we've been looking forward to all season. So tomorrow is our big race. So I think it'll be great for everyone. We've been preparing physically everyone should be able to peak tomorrow, and just trying to keep everyone relaxed and ready to go and things like that.
And how do you guys go about preparing for that? I know obviously you run all season, but when you get to this time of the year, maybe the focus needs to be a little more centralized. How do you help your teammates or even just as a whole perform better?
I think the training we've done has played a big role. The coach, he was kind of leaned off on our training a little bit the past week or two, and everyone's kind of had the chance to still run but rest more. So everyone will go out tomorrow ready and fresh.
And how much of it is mental? I mean, obviously running is mostly physical, but is it something where you really have to focus mentally to prepare?
I would say cross country is more mental than it is physical. You battle with yourself throughout the entire race, and you kind of have to fight down the pains that you feel and everything like that, and whether or not you want to stop or keep going. And your body is obviously telling you to stop, and so you have to really push yourself, and then you have to overcome the other people that are around you and things like that. So it's pretty tough mentally.
Now, Amber, you've had a lot of top finishes and a lot of awards given to you from the GNAC. Now, I know you don't really like talking about yourself too much, which is pretty admirable for a young athlete. Talk about how that kind of affects you. Does it go in just in your next race or whatever? Does that kind of help you or hurt you having that stuff kind of on your mind, or do you just not even think about it?
I try not really to think about it. I kind of just try to just go and run and improve myself, obviously, because I would get better.
And with these individual goals that you kind of reached, is that motivation for you? I know you're humble, you don't like to talk about it, but it must be some sort of motivation for you to perform well, and the accolades only help. Is that something you use, or is it something you try not to think about?
Yeah, I kind of do, because I have the athlete of the week and all that stuff. I try to get myself into there, or at least try to.
Now, cross country is one of those sports where it's your individual time, but everybody's individual time counts for something as team aspect. Talk about, you guys scout, look at other teams' performance, their, top 4 scores. Talk about what that does and how you look at those scores and how that helps you going into an event like the GNAC Championship.
So far for the season, we've looked at other schools and what their scores are, their total scores, and where their runners come in. And we try to pack most of our girls together and get them to all improve their times. The better we can hold a group of girls together and they can finish together, then the better score we'll have and things like that.
And I think a lot of times it has to do with, I know our team, a lot of people aren't confident in how well they do. So it's trying to get people's confidence up. And just knowing that they can stand with people, that's what I try to do with some of the runners that aren't confident. And then sometimes running scared helps. I know it helps me. If coach tells me there's some girl that runs a minute faster than me, I run scared, so a lot of times it helps me beat them.
I think another aspect too is where you run, obviously the courses. How do you guys prepare for different courses? They obviously some are a little rougher than others, or just talk a little bit about that.
Luckily for us, we have a very tough course here at St. Joe's. So it kind of helps to train on that and train on all the hills we have. So that when we go other places, it's not quite as bad. We run some courses we know are flat because we've run there in the past, or we hear from other schools and things like that about what their courses are like. We really can't prepare for what we'll see until we get there, and we do the course walk in the beginning right before the race, which helps out because it helps you to mentally prepare and think about what you're going to have to do during the race and what's coming up ahead of you.
What do you look for on that course walk? Obviously, you walk the course before and try to pick out different things. What is it really that you want to focus on and pick out?
Really, you want to find the hills, so you know where you'll use a lot of your energy, things like that.
And sometimes, if it's muddy, where the really soft spots are, so you don't trip and bruise and all that.
Now, you guys are going down to Franklin Park tomorrow for the GNAC Championship. Talk about that. I mean, it's in Boston. You don't really run in cities too much, but talk about, what you guys, in particular the course, what you guys are preparing for that.
For the most part, we've just heard that it's a pretty flat course, so it should go well. Hopefully, everyone can improve their times and run their best. It's one of our biggest races, so hopefully it'll be great. I think with it being in the city, there'll probably be a lot of people around, which I know for myself and there's a few others too. It really helps to have other people around and cheering you on, and it kind of motivates you to move a little faster and get into it and things like that.
Especially when there's hills. That's nice to have people around that.
Yeah, it's a unique place too, obviously. So does that give you a little bit of an emotional boost too, just running somewhere that means a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it'll be nice. We don't know too much about it, but it should be good.
Just knowing the big people.
Now, is there anything you guys would like to add?
Well, we have a new coach this year. Well, I'm a freshman, so it's new for me too. And he's done a really great job of motivating everyone and getting everyone to work really hard, and everyone's peaking around the same time. So hopefully they'll do well this weekend.
Same here. We've had 3 coaches. I've had 3 coaches in 3 years here. So it's been fun, and he's done a great job with us this year, as well as Erica. She obviously has a great knowledge about running, things like that. Taking on Coach Tebow and everything like that has helped with weightlifting and helping our bodies get more in shape and all that kind of stuff.
Well, thanks for coming down, guys. Good luck tomorrow at the GNX and the remaining 2 championships.
Thank you.
Now back to Chris with women's soccer.
Thanks, TJ. The women's soccer team has played 3 games this past week, winning 1 against Mount Ida Mustangs 3-0. The other 2 contests resulted in ties, the first against St. Joseph's, Connecticut, 1-1, and the second against Southern Maine, 0-0. Jackie Lorenzen had a phenomenal week in goal for SJC, stopping 15 of 16 shots over the past 3 games, 2 of which were shutouts. She has helped solidify the Monks' defense, which can only help them as they head towards the playoffs. The Monks enter the postseason as the number 8 seed, and they will face off against the number 1 seed LaSalle in the quarterfinal. Despite the seeding, SJC has had success against the Lasers this season, winning 1-0 in their only meeting. They will begin their run this Saturday, October 29th, at LaSalle at 12 p.m.
Thank you, Chris, for those updates. Volleyball hosted a tri-match last Saturday, playing against St. Joseph College and Norwich University. The Monks split the tri-match with a win over St. Joseph College and a loss to Norwich University.
In the win over the Blue Jays, the Royal Blue won in 3 sets, and Brooke Dyer recorded a match-high 8 kills.
The Royal Blue also played last Tuesday against Gordon College and recorded a loss, 3-0.
Sarah Hawks, coming back from an injury, recorded 7 kills, 9 digs, 3 service aces, and 2 blocks in the 3-0 win against University of Southern Maine last Thursday.
After this busy week, the Monks are now 18-10 overall and 7-5 in the conference.
The Monks will play next at Framingham State Friday at 7:30, and will be closing out the regular season Saturday at Albertus Magnus at 1 o'clock.
So now for Monks in the News, freshman Emily Penman, a member of the volleyball team, receives a GNAC Weekly Honor Roll for the 3rd time this season.
And senior TJ Garski receives a GNAC Weekly Honor Roll Award for the first time in his career. And now for an update on the upcoming playoff season. Men's soccer will play at home against Suffolk University in the GNAC quarterfinal on Sunday at 1. The Royal Blue is currently seeded number 2, while the Rams are currently seeded number 8.
Women's soccer will play on Saturday at LaSalle College at 12 o'clock in the GNAC quarterfinal. The Monks are seeded number 8, while the Lasers are seeded at number 1.
Field hockey will be playing at home against Simmons College on Saturday. St. Joe's is currently number 2 in the NAC, while the Sharks are seeded number 6 in the NAC.
Thanks for joining us on the show this week.
And come out and show your support for the Monks.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for even more updates on your Monks.
And see you next week.
Thanks.